Now, let's see. Let's go over to Silicon Valley. Brock, you want to unmute yourself?
Okay, hear me now? Sorry.
Yep, we can hear you fine.
Okay, well, we're only an hour behind schedule, but I'll try to be quick. As most of you know, Silicon Valley is more of a network of futurists all doing their own thing, but we do try to supply people to help support the other nodes. As Rose mentioned, we helped out with the Brazil node on some of their student presentations this year and listening to questions from there. And also I visited Honduras and trying to encourage Honduras to join Tony in the Central American region there. We also participate in the real-time Delphi surveys, and we helped out with the World Future Day, including one of our younger futurists, Joe Murphy, who runs a group called Speculative Futures out of San Francisco, and Ted Kahn, who is an old timer that many of you probably know, who has a group called Design Worlds that focuses on education. We also helped, I guess, with the write-up that the Italy node put together on the summary of the Future Day. For those that you know me, I'm also working with a local chapter of a material society, so we keep up on advanced materials topics there, everything from 3D printing of metals to materials on the moon. So it's been interesting looking at some of those topics and also judging student projects from the universities, which, as you know, may be a little, it's kind of difficult when you're an engineering or a materials science student and trying to do prototypes and laboratory work without having access to prototyping equipment and laboratories. Also, I work with the group Mach 49, which does investments for corporations that are looking to innovate inside out, taking their own innovations out, but also outside in, looking for startup companies to invest in emerging technology areas that are of strategic interest. And finally, Business Futures Network is a kind of an international group of associates that's in several countries. And of course, we're doing horizon scanning and scenarios work all the time. Some of the topics we're looking at for papers that we're in the process of writing are on education, leadership, which I heard came up as a topic, and of course, remote work, social implications. The general view from Silicon Valley is that economic downturns like this one create opportunities. Long-term trends seem to be, that we're kind of going along rather slowly, seem to be accelerating. So some of the things that we thought were maybe farther out in the future may happen sooner than we thought. Weak companies or weak concepts are bound to fail in this kind of economic situation. But the venture capital community feels that the money that they have to invest in startup companies now is even more valuable than it was 6 months ago. They're all looking for post-pandemic for the next new Apple or Google or Facebook to come out of this economic downturn. So everyone wants to get in on that investment. And so in Silicon Valley, they have a positive outlook, I guess you could say, for the post-pandemic world. But maybe not quite the one that everyone else has. So I guess I'll leave it there. And it's good to see you all.
Good to see you, Brock. Thank you very much. And we look forward to your advice on what we should invest into for the next Apple company that comes out of Silicon Valley.